Hi everyone, I'm here with one of our guidance counselors, Mrs. Ginnetty, and we brought her in today just to discuss some important information about touching upon what Miss Police just said about how the importance of staying in touch with your guidance counselor and checking your email regularly, especially for seniors, how important it is to get into the college application process if you haven't already done so. Is there any updates that you'd like to give the seniors about the college application process or information that you'd like to share?
Sure. So I think first I just want to say that we know how hard this is for the seniors right now. This is not the senior year that you guys have been planning on for so long. And that there's so many unknowns and so many things have changed right now. So I just want to make sure that all the seniors know that the counselors definitely understand that you guys are in a really weird spot. The best thing that you can do is use the internet, and I know that you're hearing this a lot and that we're on the screens a lot, but going right to college websites is probably the best thing that you can do. There are so many colleges out there, so many unique things that I have to do that myself, is look up the school, go to the website, call it admissions rep. This year we created the Google Classroom for all the grade levels, so please keep checking that. I've tried to organize it to different sections, but we've made some videos and posted some good resources there. We have Twitter, which I'm trying to share some stuff on Twitter that might be useful to know. And email, I know that you've heard it before, but email, especially in this remote COVID world, is the best way to keep in touch with your counselor. So check your email, respond back, and don't be afraid to be a nag. You know, the more contact, the better. And also, you know, if you see your counselor in the hallway, just grab us and say, can we set a time to talk? It's so important that the students reach out.
So what are some components to the application process that seniors should really look out for?
That's a great question. And I could talk for a long time about that. So the number one website to check out is Common App. So the Common App is one website, one application for over 900 schools. On the Common App, there's a section called My Colleges, and that's where you add all the colleges that you're interested in. Then there's the Common App, which is your application. So it looks a little overwhelming, but once you start doing it, it's not that bad. They ask questions about your education, your activities, your honors, your family. And so that's just, as you can keep plugging away on that, just keep doing that and it'll get easier. On the Common App, as you add your colleges, you're gonna see that there's a spot to upload your personal essay. And then there's also a spot where you can add your supplemental information. There's tons of videos on how to use the Common App on the Common App website. There's great information for parents too. So the more familiar you can get with the Common App, the better it will be. And then I've had a few kids this week that they're almost done with it and they want to sit together to go through it, and that's a great step to do too.
What are some things that you'd like to say to some students who aren't feeling very positive about a certain college, or if they do get denied, how do they cope with that?
So I think right now in this world, who knows what will happen? You know, so colleges have certainly been impacted by COVID. SATs and College Board have been impacted. So there's so many unknowns and so many variables right now. But, you know, I certainly have some seniors this year who are kind of in a funk, right? They just don't know what to do and they're losing motivation. So my message is that I just want you to have options. You know, whether you decide to go right into the workforce or go to a community college, go to a four-year school, you know, the harder that you work this year, you'll be able to make some more options for your future. The reality is that you may not get into every college, and that's just it, you know, and knowing that there's kids from all over the country, all over the world that are applying to certain schools. That's why it's really important that you have a decent list, that you're gonna have some schools that you know are a good shot for you. And ideally, we want you to be happy at any school that you go to, but it really is such a personal decision and personal choice. And certainly we want you to go to a place that's gonna be the most financially affordable for you, because student debt's a very real issue also. But if you're feeling that, you know, your options are gonna be limited, there are definitely a few schools out there that you're gonna get into if you just do the work in the application process.
So what are the different resources that seniors and maybe even juniors could get involved with to see the updates on the college application process?
Great question. So Naviance definitely is one website that students should be familiar with. Students start using Naviance in 8th grade with different tests and inventories they can do. But Naviance is where we do a lot of our college planning and a lot of our communication with colleges. So the more students can keep Naviance updated and use that for their college search, that will definitely help, especially for juniors. Another great resource is MIFA, the Massachusetts Educational Financing Authority. They have a lot of webinars and information for families and students about how to fund college. So that's another great resource too. I would encourage all students and families to keep checking Friday Focus. Every week that goes out, and we're trying to put information in a timely manner to Friday Focus just to get more info out there. And College Board also has a lot of great college resources as well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ginnetty, for meeting with us today and relaying this information to the rest of the school. I just think it's also very important for seniors to get involved in the application process as soon as they can. And we have such great guidance counselors here, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Burke, and Ms. Ginnetty, who are always there 24/7 if anyone has any questions. So I really encourage everybody to reach out and start the process.
Definitely, yeah, communication's key right now, so the more communication, the better. So thank you so much for having me.
Awesome.